Over the past week, the enemy has significantly increased pressure on the Ukrainian Defense Forces in the Chasiv Yar area. In particular, the occupiers blew up the pipes of the Seversky Donets-Donbass canal in order to widen the passages, which will allow them to swiftly and boldly attack the positions of our troops on motorcycles and perhaps even on armored vehicles. In addition, in the north of the city, the Russians are actually moving into the rear of our units, which are defending themselves in the western central part of the settlement. The enemy is also moving towards Stupochki along the road, actively using motorcycles. The occupiers consider Stupochki as a hub for further movement to Konstantinovka. Journalist and military observer Vasily Pekhnyo spoke about this. All these actions of the enemy indicate one thing: a general battle for Chasiv Yar is approaching, the analyst said. I do not rule out that during this battle we will have to retreat and try to make this city a grey or, better yet, black zone for the Russians. Then Pekhnyo added that the enemy in this section of the front is very strong, well trained, so serious battles will unfold here in the near future. The occupiers will try to demonstrate flag strikes in Chasovy Yar as soon as possible with the aim of informational and psychological pressure on our society. The same situation is observed in Toretsk. The city is on the threshold of a general battle, the expert noted. Heavy fighting with Russian troops continues in the urban areas of Chasiv Yar and Toretsk, Donetsk region. This was reported on Telegram by the Kortitsia grouping of troops. With the support of artillery, the Russians continue to storm positions in the Kramatorsk and Toretsk directions. Heavy fighting continues in the urban areas of Chasiv Yar and Toretsk. Wagnerites are reportedly fighting as part of Akhmat units or the Sabotage and Assault Reconnaissance Group, Rusish. Additionally, Russia's 98th Airborne Division is involved in the battles for Chasiv Yar. In Chasiv Yar, where enemy assault operations occur daily, former Wagner mercenaries are fighting within several units. Andriy Polukin, spokesman for the 24th Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after King Danilo, shared his information during the national telethon on January the 26th. According to him, Russian soldiers who previously served in the Wagner PMC are now integrated into the Akhmat Rapid Response Special Unit, the Rusich Sabotage and Assault Reconnaissance Group, Rusich, and Russia's 98th Airborne Division. According to Polukin, experienced Russian soldiers are fighting at Chasiv Yar. They have undergone intensive training and are prepared for combat in both urban and open field environments, Polukin said. He added that the situation in Chasiv Yar is currently extremely tough, as Russian forces conduct daily assaults on Ukrainian positions, employing small group offensive tactics.
Residents in Goma woke up Monday to the sound of gunfire in the city, as the capital of North Kyiv province was threatened by Rwanda-backed rebels. According to Associated Press, gunshots rang out across Goma overnight before dozens of rebels in military uniform early Monday morning marched into the city. The M23 rebels claimed they captured Goma early Monday, as the United Nations described a mass panic among its 2 million people, and Congo's government said the rebel advance was a declaration of war. Patrice Nainga, a resident of Goma, expressed his fears over the situation. There is shooting all over the city. We don't know who is shooting, whether it's the M23 or our soldiers, he said. The city is going through a very complicated situation, and that makes us think that the enemy is already in the city. The M23 rebels announced the city's capture in a statement minutes before a 48-hour deadline expired that had been imposed by the group for the Congolese army to surrender their weapons. In a statement, the rebels urged residents of Goma to remain calm and for members of the Congolese military to assemble at the central stadium. The M23 rebels' offensive in the heart of the mineral-rich region threatens to dramatically worsen one of Africa's longest wars and further displace civilians. According to a United Nations report, over a third of the population of North Kivu province where Goma is located are currently displaced, and the capture of Goma will likely exacerbate the situation. Congolese government spokesman Patrick Muyaya made a statement in a video posted on X calling for the protection of civilians and saying that the country is in a war situation where the news is changing. Congo late Saturday broke off relations with Rwanda, which has denied backing the M23 despite evidence collected by UN experts and others. The surge of violence has killed at least 13 peacekeepers over the past week. And Congolese were again on the run.
Ville yote général, masasi qu'on a lié. Donc on ne sait pas maintenant, mais qu'on a tiré si ce sont les V3 ama kama ni basoda yetu. On ne sait pas vraiment, mais mongini comme situation yiko ya mubaya sana. Donc ça nous dit que iko ça ennemi déjà chaingia mongi.